So because we have other databases also, Oracle, Sybase, DB2, MS Access, yeah. So as per the .NET, it is recommended to use SQL Server as the backend. So and okay, so I'm saying like you should have two softwares. One is Visual Studio and second one is SQL Server. Then is it an open source or a paid source? There is nothing but these two softwares are free download, or should I pay the license, or should I have the license? Is it free or a paid software? What is this? What type of softwares are these? So .NET is purely paid software. It is paid software of $1,000 per system. But Microsoft is providing two versions of Visual Studio. One is trial version, second one is developer version. Trial version is for those who are practicing, those who are learners, or you can say students. This is free. Trial version is free. But if you are doing the projects or products, you should have the developer version. So this is a paid one. Developer is paid. So you no need to worry. You can go to the Microsoft website where you can download Visual Studio 2012 or 2013 for free. Right? So if you want to do a project or a product, then you should have genuine software. Okay, this is the fourth question. And what is the fifth question? Very important question. How much time it will take to learn? Okay, first question is, what is .NET? When it was released, is it a platform independent or not? What kind of applications we can develop? And then what are the softwares we require? Then last question is, how much time it will take to learn .NET? This is very important. So here, this learning .NET might be different from trainer to trainer. Coming to me, so from the last 5 years, I am in completely .NET. Right now, I am working as a senior .NET developer, and till now, I trained more than 100 students from abroad, like US, only from US, right? So now, how much time it will take? So here actually this .NET is basically divided into two types. One is basic .NET, like, and second one is advanced .NET. Advanced .NET. So the basic .NET is for those candidates who are going for an entry-level jobs, who are going as an entry level, like fresher level jobs. Advanced .NET is for those who are giving some experience in their resumes. This is for experience. So in the basic .NET, we are going to cover C#, completely console applications and everything, damn concept, like, you know, what is a function, what is a method, what is a class, what is an object, threads, delegates, generics, events, you know, files, exception handlers, assemblies, like every damn thing we are going to cover in the C#. The next one is Windows applications. So how to develop the Windows applications. Then we will see some SQL Server concepts, like how to create a table, how to insert the data into the table, how to get the data from the database to the front end. Then fourth one is ADO.NET. How to connect a front end and a back end. Front end is nothing but our registration page. Back end is nothing but my database. That's nothing but if I enter my details in the registration and if I click on submit, it has to save into the database. So how to save, how to connect. And fifth one is ASP.NET. And sixth one is XML. Right? Then seventh one is, you know, web services. So these, and we can have, you know, securities, ASP.NET Security. These are the 8 things that we are going to cover in the basic .NET, right? So this is for who are going as an entry-level jobs. Suppose if you are giving 1 year experience or 1 year experience, you should have a knowledge on Ajax also. Apart from basic, you should have a concept called Ajax. If you are giving 1 year experience, suppose if you are giving more than one, like 2 years experience, you should have knowledge on JavaScript and jQuery, right? So if you are giving 3 years of experience, you should have a knowledge on WPF and WCF. Suppose if you are giving more than 3, like 4 years of experience, you should have a knowledge on the link queue. 6th one is entity framework, and 7th one is MVC, and the 8th one is link queue. Yeah, we have one more concept called, your MVC. Then you can call this as in MVC only we have advanced MVC. You can say this is called advanced MVC. Coco classes like database first, code first. So that is called, these are the 8 things we are going to cover in advanced .NET. So this basic .NET will take 40 hours. 40 hours of training in basic .NET. After this 40 hours, I am going to give you a project. My way of training is like these 8 topics I am going to cover in 40 hours. Like it will take, sometimes it may take 40 to 50, like 10 hours, like the grace period. So after this 40 hours, I am going to give you a project. So where you should do that project. Once if you do that project, you will have a confidence that yes, I have some idea. Then once if you have the confidence, then it's better to go with an advanced .NET. This advanced .NET also it will take 40 hours. So total complete 80 hours it is going to take. So basic as well as advanced. So first, like get a clarity, like you want to go with a basic or you want to go with an advanced, because basic is different and advanced is different. So both the things. So or else you can go with first basic and then get a clarity and then go with an advanced. Fine. So okay, these are the 5 points what you need to ask the trainer. Like what are those 5 points? Like what is .NET? Then is it a platform independent or not? And what are the softwares I required? What kind of applications I can develop? And how much time it will take to learn .NET? And the next question is, what is the difference between Java and .NET? Suppose if anybody asks you why you are going for .NET, why not Java? I am saying the differences. What is the difference between Java and .NET? So I will tell you some of the differences. .NET, Java. Yeah, .NET is, it's a Microsoft product. Who developed Java? Who is the owner of Java? Previously it was Sun Microsystems. Now it was completely overtaken by Oracle. Now it is Oracle product. Yeah, very good. It's an Oracle product. And here .NET is a partially independent. I'm not saying advantages, here I'm saying the differences. I'm not saying the advantages of .NET over Java. I'm saying just the difference between Java and .NET. Java is fully independent. Third one is .NET is user friendly. There is nothing but everything is predefined. So you don't need to have much concentration about the coding. It is user friendly. So Java is programmer friendly, where you need to write more code. So programmer friendly. Programmer friendly. There's nothing but one who has good programming skills, they can go for Java. Then fourth one is .NET has interoperability. It's a very good feature in .NET. Interoperability. That is nothing but, suppose if you have written your code in C++ or if you have written your code in C language. So now I want to convert this to C#. Is it possible? Because whenever you are converting one language to another language, you will find syntax problems, you will find data type problems, and you will find, the logic problems, right? So yes, but in our .NET we can do that interoperability, but in case of Java we don't have that interoperability. In .NET we have pointers. I will tell you what actually this pointer and why Java doesn't have the pointers. That I will tell you, but as of now, if anybody asks you, you should ready to explain 5 to 6 differences. Yes, we have pointers. Sixth one. Yeah. And here in .NET, .NET is a paid source. One second, I will come back to you. Yeah. Paid source, and Java is an open source. Java is an open source. There is nothing but free download. And in .NET, if you want to write the code, we have Visual Studio. Only one software we have, Visual Studio, to write the code. But in Java, I didn't get you.
No, I have a question actually. Like if you go to 5th point,
like
you mentioned like Java have pointers. Like
no. Sorry. No pointers. Yes. Sorry. .NET has the pointers. Java doesn't have the pointers. In Java, we have JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So actually, that concept is taken care by the JVM part. So actually, we have pointers in Java. Actually, here I have to say no. Sorry, I missed it. Right. Yes. So .NET is a paid source and Java is an open source. And we have only one software called Visual Studio to write the code in .NET. But in Java will depend upon third-party tools. Java will depend upon third-party tools. There is nothing but some people they will write the code in NetBeans. Some people they will write the code in Edit Plus. Some people they will write the code in Notepad. Some people they will write the code in Edit Plus, Notepad, Eclipse. Right? We have different softwares for Java, but in case of .NET, we have only one software, that is Visual Studio. That too is a Microsoft product. And 8th one, in .NET we have
using web developer. Can't we use Visual other than Visual Studio? Using web developer, can't we develop .NET application?
No. If you are developing a .NET application, you must write the code in Visual Studio. There is no second option.
Okay.
So next, in .NET we have link queue concept. It is a very important concept. There is nothing but language integrated queries. What is this language integrated queries? There is nothing but, suppose now you are the .NET developer, right? So you have to do a registration page where if the user enters the data should save in the SQL server. The data should save in the SQL server. Okay, you have written the code to do that, and for that you should have some SQL server knowledge. There is nothing but like how to connect to the SQL server, how to insert the data, how to update the data. Minimum basic knowledge of SQL server you should have. Suppose you are doing a next project where you are the .NET developer, but your client is asking to do the backend as Oracle. So what you should do? Again, you should learn some Oracle queries, or again you should concentrate on Oracle. Okay, you've done with the Oracle also. Suppose in future if you go for some other company, so you are the .NET developer, but they are asking the backend as MS Access. So again you need to learn MS Access. Suppose if you are working in some other project, so your database might be DB2. because it has already data in DB2. You don't want to change the data from the DB2. So, can you remember all these queries? You may forget at least one query. So, it's not possible to remember entire queries by a single developer. So, that's why what Microsoft did is, why don't we connect all the backends or all the databases by using a single query? Why should I learn SQL Server? Why should I learn RP? Can't we connect all this by using a single query or by using a single code? Yes, we can connect. That is called link queue, a very good feature which is available in .NET, and that is not available in case of Java. No, in case of Java. Right? Suppose in .NET, we have 5 access specifiers. Like this, we have a lot of differences. 5 access specifiers, and in Java we have 4 access specifiers, like public, private. All these are called access specifiers. 4 access specifiers. And 10th one is in .NET. Like suppose if you want to do like threads, or if you want to do with we have predefined namespace. In .NET we have near around 600 plus namespaces, predefined libraries, and 13,000 plus classes predefined. I'm not saying user defined, I'm saying predefined. When you install the software, you will get all this, and 6 lakh plus functions. 6 lakh plus functions. There is nothing but inbuilt. All these are called inbuilt, right? So this is the 10th important. And in Java, we have less libraries.
6 million.
6 lakhs, yeah. 6 lakh plus functions, predefined. So in Java, we have less libraries. Right? So like this, coming to the function, I'm saying that the basic difference. I'm not saying the coding differences. So coming to the functionality and coding, then it's totally different. So .NET is very easy and everything is predefined. Just you need to know like where to use, when to use, and how to use. Where to use, when to use, and how to use. That's it. So these are the 6 points where you should have an idea before getting into the .NET curriculum. Right? So first point, what is .NET? Second point, is it a platform independent or not? Third point, what kind of applications we can develop? And fourth point, what are different softwares we use? Fifth point, how much time it will take, and what are the topics we are going to cover, what are the modules we have. And sixth point, and what is the difference between a Java and a similar technology .NET? Similar technology .NET. So these are the key things what we need to have. So any doubts in this, or any doubts regarding .NET or anything, you can ask me. So I will give a clear picture, and then so any doubts?
No, I think we're good.
Any doubts?
Like, are we going to
Is it
cover
clear, like complete? Your voice is breaking. I didn't get you.
Windows Azure Cloud Computing Tech? So are we going
No. Yeah, I will give you the overview because we can't directly connect to the cloud because we need to have the credentials. But I will give you the view like in the advanced .NET. So here I will show you like how to connect, like how to deploy our applications. There is nothing but, even it might be a normal web or even it might be a cloud. So how to deploy, that we are going to see.
So like HTML5 and CSS3?
No, that is completely the designing part. Here in jQuery, we are going to cover some. Here in ASP.NET, we have CSS and HTML. And here in jQuery is like how to design your applications very rich. There's nothing but how to have a slideshow in your application, how to have a good menu control, how to have a video file, how to have an audio file. That we can do in jQuery. So here we don't need to bother about, you should have an idea like what is CSS, what is HTML, then what is jQuery. All these are designing tools, but you should concentrate more on functionality because you are not the designer. The designers are separate, and you are the .NET developer. You should concentrate on coding. But apart from that, if you are going for a small company, you don't have any designers. You are the designer, and you are the developer, and you are the database, and you are the testing. But if you go for some medium level companies, there they will maintain the designer team is separate, developer team is separate, database is separate, and testing is separate. But you should have an idea, like designing, developing. Yes.
Okay.
Anything else? Yeah. Anything else? Yes. We discuss more in depth, like in the coming classes. Like what is jQuery, what is WPF, what is Windows Presentation Foundation, what is WCF, and what is the advantage of WCF. That we are going to discuss. Don't worry as of now. Right? Yeah. So anything else you can ask me.